In our world today, almost everyone uses modern technology in almost everywhere. If we were to observe our surroundings, we will notice there are even kids who uses it as well. If we were to think about it though, how well are they aware on what they are using anyway? Could they distinguish them from one another? Can this be something we could call as the toys of the new age? Now before we find out our answers on those, let us define technology, software, and hardware. First, technology influences society in a number of ways, including how people communicate with others, playing games, and creating this video is included as well. But what is technology anyway? According to the Merriam-Webster, technology is a matter of accomplishing a task, especially on using technical processes, methods, or knowledge. Meaning to say, technology is a tool that is used by us humans to do certain tasks, and technology is composed of software and hardware. What is a hardware and a software, you ask? According to openprojects.org, hardware is a comprehensive term for all of the physical parts of a computer, as distinguished from the data it contains or operates on, while software provides instructions for the hardware to accomplish tasks. Simply speaking, things that are somehow techy, or what we usually refer as gadgets, that you could hold and feel physically are hardware, while software are programs that are in the gadget itself. I mean, not physically inside, but it is in what the gadgets show, where you could interact with as the user. Now that we have defined technology, software, and hardware, let's go back to our main question. How well aware are the kids nowadays about technology in our society? We personally went our way to East Rembo Elementary School and chose one section of pupils on the grade 3 level. There are 21 female pupils and 18 male pupils, which has a total of 39 pupils in the class that we have chosen. Most of them are 8-year-old kids, and only a few of them are 9-year-olds. We gave them questionnaires that they could answer so that we will know what kind of gadgets they often use, where and how do they use them. Now, upon conducting our research, 34 out of 39 used tablets, followed by 32 pupils using smartphones and 30 pupils using laptops. There are only 19 pupils who use desktop computers. All of them actually claim that they use these gadgets at home. 16 pupils claim that they visit computer shops, and only 3 pupils use these gadgets at school. Now let's check out next if they could distinguish between software and hardware.
Laptop. Software, hardware. Next, Snapchat. Software, hardware. Cell phone. Software, hardware. Text yun. Wala dumiging tissue nila kaya ito. Tablet. Software, hardware.
Drum roll. Software or hardware?
Pwede mo dyan. Software, hardware. Jetpack drive.
Very good na naman.
Laptop. Jetpack drive. Fruit Ninja.
Well, amazing, isn't it? Now we ask Mr. Larry Abbott, the Information and Coordinator of East Rembro Elementary School, to know how knowledgeable are they about hardware and software.
So, sir, can you tell us more about the curriculum of your school in computer?
So, ang curriculum, the curriculum of the school with regards to computer, so starting from grade 4, are teaching them Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. And then for grades 5, PowerPoint and Publisher, and grade 6 Movie Maker and online searching and networking. So we have the session every day, 1:1. What else? Of course, we assure that all of them learn the basic skills about those competencies.
So, sir, do the students have prior knowledge of ICT before getting formal education?
Yes, because of course, children nowadays have computers at home, so they know already the how to type, but they don't know the different tools. Most especially the for example, the Word, MS Word, so they don't have the different tools. So you have to teach them the tools.
So, sir, let's just highlight on the advantages of children having prior knowledge about computer before getting formal education.
Okay, so the advantage of that is we are not bothered on them to different the typing skills, and of course the disadvantage is when they get inside the computer room, they usually say they browse in the internet, they do internet games, watch YouTube. That is the disadvantage. So what I did is I have to shut down the internet so that they can concentrate what they are doing.
So, sir, ang particular po na na-interview namin is mga grade 3 students. Actually, nag-experiment kami sa kanila.
Yes, yes.
And surprisingly, sir, they are very much aware of the difference between software and hardware. So,
Yes.
kahit hindi pa natutupo sa kanila, alam na nila yung mga ganitong bagay. What can you say about it?
In grade 3, I do not know if they teach them the computer.
Yeah, wala pa po
Wala.
formal education,
They don't
but
have
they know
formal.
about these things.
Probably because of internet. At home, siyempre, inano nila yung in their home, nag-online sila. So nakikita naman siguro na ano nila the different parts of computer. But not all of them know the software and the hardware. Mga ano lang siguro, some.
Yung masipag.
Yung mga ano to, computer
Games.
eh,
Social network. Okay, so sir, siguro for the last part na lang, parang what could you advise na lang po to the parents na since na-prove natin na yung mga bata kahit hindi pa sila nag-aaral sa school natututo sila ng computer sa bahay. So ano po kaya pwede yung advice sa mga parents? Paano po nila ma-moderate yung gamit ng computer ng mga anak?
So, unang-una is ano lang yun. Yung parents must set the rule. Kailangan may rule yan eh. And then, parang may ano lang, bigyan lang nila ng time yung bata. And then, after that time, hindi na pwede. I-ano na nila, ipagbawal nila yun. So, kailangan in moderation lang yun na hindi naman yung gusto nilang ibigay yung about sa paggamit ng computer at saka iPad. Kasi, ang dapat nila ano dito is, hindi naman nila nagagabay na lahat-lahat yung gawa, yung ano nila, oras ng bata. Baka mamaya, iba yung ginagawa ng bata doon. So, kailangan, pag ipagamit ang isang computer or laptop or iPad, dapat nandun ang magulang para mamonitor kung ano talaga yung ginagawa ng bata. And then, hindi naman yung parent din sana mismo is siya mismo ang magsabi ng kung ano yung pupuntahan na site. Para sa ganun, ano yung bata na for example, yung educational site lang dapat ang puntahan, not all of the sites na alam ng bata. Kasi konting ano lang yun, baka doon matututo lang ng kung ano yung bata. Ano yun. So, kaya sa amin, sa bahay, yung bata namin is, hindi namin alam yun. Ako mismo nagsasabi, ito ang site. So, more on ano kami, nasa interactive site ako, more on lessons pa rin. So, dapat ganun yung parent din. Na hindi kung ano lang hindi ibigay na yung ibigay na yung iPad or laptop or PC, and then, kaya mo na yung bata.
Well, thanks for Mr. Larry Abbott for answering our wonders in mind. So let us hear about the opinions and message of each member in our group.
When I was a child, I could remember that my parents discouraged me from using gadgets because they were afraid that it might distract me from my studies. However, upon doing this study, I have realized that things have actually changed, and parents and teachers alike are now encouraging students to use tablets as a reinforcement tool for their education. I guess this really shows that gadgets, if used the right way, are really created to improve our lives.
So after everything, the whole experience was really great. Such an amazing experience again. The grade 3 pupils, they were so active. They participated in everything that we asked them to do. Almost of them know already what is hardware and what is software, which I remember when I was in grade 3, they did not teach me that. And I think, but the pupils should know that those gadgets, they should use technology and gadgets for educational purposes only.
Okay, when we go to East Rambo Elementary School, I realized that the kids are very knowledgeable enough in handling computer-based programs.
The kids are very bright and cooperative, and although they do not know what the exact meaning of what hardware and software is, at least they have their own observations of what it is. Like for example, one kid even said that software is something you cannot touch, while hardware is something you can physically touch. And that observation is the closest to what really the meaning is of hardware and software.
In this study, I've just learned that if a child is exposed to computers and gadgets,
they will eventually understand what is a software and hardware is, even if they don't have enough idea about it.
I just realized that even though that the students are very young, they are aware and knowledgeable about those gadgets, and they know how to use it.
When I was a child, I used to play inside, play outside the house, go everywhere with my friends, have fun. But children nowadays spend their time with technologies which we've never had done before. So in this generation, there's a lot of things that are improving and might affect the knowledge of the kids.
This study about technology to grade 3 student of East Rembo Elementary School really gives me a lot. Especially they proved to me that in this generation, we controlled by technologies. Thank you.
When we ask the grade 3 pupils if they know the difference between hardware and software, most of them answered no, they don't have idea. But when we do the activity, they can easily categorize the software and the hardware. I think it's because they can easily access the technology today in their homes and they use it for educational purposes. Sometimes they use it for entertainment, but it's only for a limited time. Their parents are still responsible for limiting their use of technology.
It's quite amusing and it's quite intriguing knowing that these kids actually know how to use technology today. And because of those kids having these access, they actually have more knowledge than the older generation from how I see it and in my own opinion. But of course, by their access in technology, parents should also be responsible on having a limited time by using the technology itself because they might forget to have fun on the outside.